Well, we are back in Sense Mindfulness, and this is our 5th program because you know what? It's all about the senses, and we've explored 4 so far. Touch, the sense of hearing, seeing, smelling, and tasting. Today is taste, so this is pretty exciting. So yeah, if you look at my cart, you'll see I have a few books that I'm going to share with you. These are some books that you can borrow from the libraries. This is just called Tasting. It's all about nonfiction and all of the different parts of your tongue and what it is on your tongue that helps you taste things differently. It's pretty cool. This is a picture book about different animals and what they eat and what they don't eat. But it's kind of nice because you'll learn some things in here that you probably didn't know. This is a really fun book. It's called If Snowflakes Tasted Like Fruitcake. Like, if snowflakes tasted like cocoa, they would warm me to my toes. It's a fun and a silly book. It's really, really fun. And then another book that you might want to borrow from the library is called Breathe With Me, Using Breath to Feel Strong, Calm, and Happy. Let's just turn to a couple pages so you can see. Oh, look. Wow, look at her. Your breath can be long and slow, like waves rolling onto the sand. This is a really cool book. So here are a few supplementary books that you can borrow. I usually start with the chime that goes ding, but I've noticed that it doesn't make that sound. It just goes, boop. That's all you hear, so I'm not going to use it today because that's not a pretty sound. But the book that I'm sharing today has breathing in it. So some of our senses we're going to see inside this book. And we're going to be breathing in the book. So let's start with our story, okay? Yeah, okay. Let's get close so you can really see all these wonderful pages. This is called A Beginner's Book of Mindfulness. Happy, it's called. And look at this lovely little girl sitting on top of a roof looking out at the sky. It's by Nicola Edwards, who is the author, I believe. She's the author, so that means that she made up the story. And Katie Hickey, who I think she made those beautiful pictures which you're going to adore. That means she's the illustrator. So let's keep going. I'm trying to make this book even straight, but I can't. Wow, look. Constellations. Happy. I see happy kids. You do too. One of those kids could possibly be you. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is all about connecting with ourselves and the world around us. Let's take a journey together to discover some simple steps on the path to happiness. Real life is right under our noses. We can miss it by rushing by, but stopping to smell like sweet roses. That's where true happiness can be found. Listening, sense of hearing. When we're still, there is space there to listen to the sweet song of wind in the trees, the gruff rumble of cars in the distance, or the whisper of rustling leaves. So later on, take a moment to stop and really listen to the sounds around you. Feeling. Even the darkest storm passes. The sun can't shine bright every day, but when we can sit with our feelings and notice how they roll right through us and blow away. So let's think about what kinds of things make us feel happy, right? And by the way, I do expect everybody to borrow this book, put a hold on it, because it's just too great. Relaxing. It's not just our minds we get trapped in. Our bodies can feel tension too. When we loosen our limbs, when that happens, like the sun from the clouds, we break through. Yeah. So try tensing up all your muscles and then relaxing them one by one. Isn't that just so much just like our mindfulness breathing? I know. Aha, here it is. This is our sense of the day. Tasting. Whether hot, spicy, salty, sweet, or sour flavor. We taste and we chew and we feel. If we slow when we eat, we can savor the deliciousness of every meal. So, try to notice the different textures and flavors when you chew your food slowly. Oh, look, they're having a little dinner and they're having small, just the family at home, just like how a lot of us are having just very small gatherings in our homes. Touching. Remember that? Touch calms the wildest emotions. We connect to the world all around when we dip our toes into the ocean or crunch crisp golden leaves on the ground. We could close our eyes, and see if we can tell what things are just by in touching them. Just what are we touching? What is that? That's a fun activity. Discovering. Mindfulness and your senses are all about discovering. Exploring is one of life's pleasures. Spot a penny, a shell, or a brook. The world is just brimming with curious treasures for the people who take time to look, right? So don't forget to look all around you and try to spot something that you haven't noticed before. Isn't that a great idea? Yeah. Smelling. That was a sense that we did last time in our program. When we're all tangled up in our worries, the cool air gets us grounded again. Wood smoke through the sharp tang of pine trees or the freshness of earth after rain. Now, do the things that you can smell make you feel anything or bring back any memories? Oh, I bet they do. Think about that later on. This is all of our senses all together, isn't it? Loving. The warmth of a hug, and that's touch, can work wonders. Being happy is something you feel. With a smile, or a touch, or a kindness, even the tallest tree grows from a seed. Yes. Have you given someone a smile or a hug today? It's not too late. Look. Nice. Look at that little family. I bet it's like your family. Appreciating. It feels good to give thanks at the day's end for the pink blushing sky overhead, a hot meal, comfy shoes, or a good friend, and the warmth of a soft, cozy bed. So think about this. What good things have happened in your world today? Think about that. And now look, I love this because all of our series on mindfulness has all been with our breathing exercise, and that's the very last part of the book, just about. And that is so important that that's the picture that the author and illustrator decided to put on the cover of the book. See how important breathing is? Here we go. We breathe deep and expand like a galaxy. Oops, sorry. We breathe out many thousands of stars. And if ever we start to feel panicky, this reminds us of just who we are. So here we go. Take a deep breath. Hold it in for a couple seconds. And now breathe out very slowly. And if you ever forget my telling you that lots and lots of times in this series, the words are right here. So with all of those things in mind that we just talked about and read about, They all amount to this: happiness. You can always be happy. Real life is right under our noses. It's what's here, not the future or the past. Every day is a new adventure. Now we live in the moment at last. So take away this thought. How can you be more mindful each and every day? And that's the end of the story. Awesome! I love this book so much. It just became new to me, a new friend, and I hope it's going to be a new friend to you too. So please place a hold on this at your library. It's by Nicola Edwards, a beginner's book of mindfulness. Happy! Okay, so just have a couple minutes. So, you're going to want to do a sense of taste activity at home, right? So I'm going to show you something that I put together. Here it is. In my deviled egg platter. But it's not deviled eggs. It's all kinds of different food things. Oh my. Ooh, something smells very strong. Look at all those different things. Well, I'm going to rotate it so we can talk about what they all are. And what I'm going to suggest is that, well, look, I can smell them and I can guess what they are maybe. And maybe I would even taste a little. Ah, that's sour. It's sour. And I know what it is. It's sauerkraut. Or maybe I'm going to taste one of those. And oops, sorry about that. Oh, things are moving, but that's okay. It's an M&M. Oh, you'll know what that is. And here's a little bit of seaweed. But they all have different flavors. Cranberries with no sugar on them. They're very bitter. That's a flavor. Here's some cottage cheese. It doesn't have any fruit in it, so it's probably a little bit bitter, you think? Or some pepper. There's the pepper. Can you see it? Oh, look at that pepper. That's going to make you sneeze if you get too close to it. And here's my favorite, everybody. I know you can't really tell what it is anymore, but this is actually a key lime pie. So the whipped cream on there. So sweet. Yum. But the pie inside. Whoa. It's sweet and sour because limes are sour, but it's kind of sweet because it's got sugar in it. So this is the kind of activity that you want to do at home. Mom, dad, grandma, adult in the household, make sure that you help your child with this. You do this together. You choose things that are safe for them and whoever else is going to participate in this test. Because sometimes some certain foods are not the best for us, some of us. Anyway, and there's orange. What else do we have here? The orange rind and some ginger. Ginger is good, but boy, is that strong. So it could be bitter things, salty, sweet, and there's another one too. I'm forgetting what it is. But have fun doing that, okay? You don't have to use a whole platter like that. You can use an egg carton, and that would be really cool. Or half of an egg carton, just put something in it and go blindfold. You can use your mask to go blindfold, or somebody else can, and that's a really fun way to play this game. So thank you so much for being part of this mindfulness series. Even if this is the first one you attended, I'm so happy to have you here. I wish you the very best. So let's say thank you and goodbye and hello. It all means the same thing, just like this. Namaste. Let's do it again. Namaste. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful new year at the end of December, okay?